The clock strikes 1:23 a.m. It is April 26th, 1986. You are a senior engineer at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. You take a sip of cold coffee. Your eyes are heavy. It was supposed to be a routine safety test. Just a test, they said. You look at the control panel of reactor number 4. The power is dropping too fast. The needles on the dials are shaking. You feel a deep rumble beneath your feet. The floor tiles begin to dance. Someone screams. Then, the world tears itself apart. A massive explosion rips through the night. The roof of the reactor is blown into the sky. You look up, and instead of a ceiling, you see the stars. But they're not stars. It is burning graphite. The air tastes like metal. The alarms are screaming, but you can't hear them over the ringing in your ears. You don't know it yet, but you have just opened the gates of hell. You step off the bus. The air here feels heavy. It tastes sweet, like old copper coins resting on your tongue. You are led into a massive staging area. Thousands of men, just like you, move in silence. You strip off your civilian clothes. You are handed heavy rubber boots, thick canvas pants, and a respirator. They call it a pedal. It feels like a paper toy against the invisible enemy. A general stands before your unit. His face is pale, deeply lined with exhaustion. He doesn't sugarcoat it. Radiation is a bullet you cannot see, cannot hear, and cannot feel. He says, his voice echoing over the crackle of a megaphone. But it is flying everywhere. You look at the trees surrounding the camp. The pine needles have turned a sick, rusted red. The forest is dead. There are no birds singing. There are no insects buzzing. The silence of the zone is absolute, broken only by the relentless, terrifying clicking of dosimeters. You wait. Waiting is the hardest part. The fear crawls under your skin. You look at the young man next to you. He is barely 18. His hands are shaking as he lights a cigarette. You wonder which one of you will make it home. The intercom screeches. Your unit is called. It is time. You are inside the dark stairwell of reactor number 3. It is suffocatingly hot. They strap crude lead plates over your chest, back, and groin. You look like a medieval knight preparing for a battle you cannot win. You weigh an extra 30 kilograms. Breathing through the mask is difficult. An officer holds a stopwatch. He looks you dead in the eye. You have 90 seconds, he yells over the muffled roar coming from outside. 90 seconds to shovel the graphite off the roof and back into the core. 1 second longer, and you are a dead man. Go, go, go. The heavy iron door is thrown open. The roar hits you like a physical wall. You run out onto the roof. The sky above the reactor core is glowing with a faint, unnatural blue light. Chernobyl radiation. The heat is agonizing. It feels like your skin is melting inside your suit. You see the chunks of graphite scattered across the black tar roof. This is the heart of the monster. Every piece is radiating death. You grab your shovel. You scoop the heavy, glowing debris. You run to the edge of the gaping hole and throw it into the smoking abyss. Your vision begins to blur. A sharp pain shoots behind your eyes. The metallic taste is so strong now, it makes you want to vomit. You dig. You run. You throw. Suddenly, a piercing siren cuts through the noise. Time is up. You drop the shovel and sprint for the door. Your legs feel like lead. You collapse into the stairwell just as the heavy door slams shut behind you. You rip off your mask, gasping for the stagnant air. You survive the roof, but the invisible bullets are already inside you. You're lying on a pristine white bed in Medical Hospital number 6 in Moscow. The contrast to the black, soot-covered zone is jarring. There are no sirens here, only the steady, rhythmic beeping of heart monitors. Your skin has a strange red burn, the nuclear tan. You feel weak, hollowed out from the inside. Through the glass window of your isolation ward, you see doctors in heavy protective gear. They look at you not as a hero, but as a radioactive hazard. Your own wife is not allowed to touch you. She stands on the other side of the glass, crying silently. You place your hand against the window. She mirrors the gesture. The glass is cold. In the bed next to yours, a firefighter from the very first response team is fading away. Every day, there is less of him. You listen to his shallow breathing in the dark. One night, the breathing stops. The bed is quietly emptied. You close your eyes. You realize that surviving the explosion was only the beginning of the battle. Decades have passed. You're sitting in a dark, quiet room. The world has moved on. The empire that sent you to the roof no longer exists. On your table sits a small velvet box. Inside is a cheap metal, a drop of blood against a silver background. The Liquidators medal. Your joints ache when it rains. You have a terrible cough that never goes away. The doctors tell you it is just age, but you know the truth. The invisible bullets are still there. They never left. Sometimes when the city is completely quiet, you close your eyes and you are back on that roof. You can smell the burning graphite. You can taste the copper in the air. You can hear the heavy, muffled breathing inside your mask. You saved millions of lives in exactly 90 seconds. But nobody knows your name. You open your eyes. You look out the window at the peaceful city. You live through it. But a part of your soul will always remain in the shadow of Reactor number 4. Decades have passed since the fires were extinguished, but the invisible war continues. The sarcophagus, hastily built by the hands of heroes, began to crumble under the sheer weight of radiation. In its place, a massive steel arch was constructed, a tomb over a tomb. The new safe confinement, the largest movable metal structure in human history, now seals the beast away. It will stand for 100 years. But 100 years is nothing to the half-life of what lies beneath. Pripyat remains a monument to human hubris and ultimate sacrifice. Nature has reclaimed the concrete. Wolves roam the empty streets where children once played. Trees grow through the floors of abandoned schools, and vines choke the rust of the iconic Ferris wheel. It is a wildlife sanctuary built on a graveyard. Yet, amidst the silence, the memory of the liquidators lives on. They were farmers, engineers, soldiers, and fathers. They were not asked if they wanted to be heroes. They simply stepped into the fire because someone had to. Without them, the poison would have swallowed Europe. Their names may fade from the headlines, but their sacrifice echoes in every breath of clean air we take today. We must never forget.
Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments what topic you'd like to see next.